Welcome back to Teresa's Dead. My name is Theresa and I'm very much alive. I have an awful garbage, filthy mouth, so viewer discretion is advised, but if you're not into that or weird shit in general, this is definitely not the place for you. Feel free to X out the video here. No harm, no foul, but I'll remember our time fondly. Welcome, my little cupcake. Sorry for like the long delay. My mom was in town and I chose not to do any work. And I don't regret anything. So hi. So today is the first day that I'm back and I have some new products for y'all. So of course this is the completed look. I know, look at me. Which I am so bad at these because instead of just, you know, filming an intro in the beginning, I usually look like a red-faced potato. I choose to do it at the end. In today's video, we're going to be talking about two different products. I know. The first product is from SAIE. This is the Glowy Super Skin Lightweight Luminous Foundation. And then you girl had to get this. The next is from CaliRay, and this is the Endless Sunset Shadow Palette. Yeah, I know, I'm a clown. Anyway, if you want to see how I got this look, as well as kind of give a little bit more information and talk about my first impressions of these products, well, keep on watching. Hello, my little darling dumplings. How are you? I am well. I hope you are too. In today's video, we have two products. And the reason why I'm laughing already is because I unboxed one and this is very liquidy, kind of separating at the top of it. It reminds me of salad dressing, but I thank God I read that it's totally fine that it's separated because I was about to be like, what the fuck did I pay for? But no, apparently it's totally fine that this separates because it's skincare ingredients, so it's okay to look like salad dressing. But we have the new SAIE Glowy Super Skin Lightweight Luminous Foundation. Now I know what you're saying. You're saying, Teresa, you shit on SAIE all the time. Why did you buy this? Well, because I'm a glutton for punishment, no shit. But I really wanted to try this one out because I love the claims of this product. Besides that, I got it. I got it, y'all. Listen, I know if you know, you know. You saw the drunken bingo. You saw me just literally fawning over this palette. Oh my God, and it doesn't disappoint. I love it. Granted, I have not used it yet, but I just love it so much. So I do not regret this. Now I picked both of these up with the Sephora Rouge gift cards. I also picked up the Tarte Juicy Glow because I kind of wanted to see what all the fuss was about. Anyway, this all cost me literally $4 after using my $100 gift card. So I am very, very excited. So if it doesn't work out, it's fine. I only spent $4 and who gives a shit? Anyway, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna do pretty much a full face using these two products. This product looks like I can do everything with it. This will be my eyeshadow, my complexion, basically everything except setting my face, which I will set my face to today because these are all powder products and just, you know, powder on top of cream kind of gets to be a little gunky. So we're gonna set my face with this one. But the first thing I'm gonna do is prep my skin like I always do, and that is using my beautiful Ritual Defy Thorn Oil. And if you know, you know. If you ever want to try it, I have a code with them. It's Teresa10. So I'm just gonna use a little bit of those and we're gonna hope for the best. So I let this sit for a couple of minutes and this is kind of interesting because this is the first time I put on makeup in like almost a week. So my mom was in town and she left and I'm sad. But we had a great time and I did not wear any makeup at all and it was fucking liberating and I loved every second of it. But today is the first day I'm going back to work, so as I'm shooting it, it's Tuesday. So I will be going to work, hence why I'm up super early this morning. It is 5:27 in the morning because we gotta beat that construction. Hopefully this is gonna come easy to me and not difficult. Because I don't know about you, if you don't put on makeup for a little bit, you're kind of like, what am I doing? Why does this look like this? But anyway, the only thing I did this morning was do my brows because it's just easier to do my brows and all that good stuff. So there are two ways to apply this bad boy. One, you could use your fingers or you can use their brush. Now I didn't pick up their brush because why the fuck would I do that? I have 1,000 foundation brushes. I'm not in the market for a new brush. That's why I didn't pick it up. So we're just gonna use this little paw brush that I got from Yes Style. And okay, so I chose the shade 1. And I feel like it's actually going to be a pretty, this could be a little bit light. Okay. I chose the shade 1 because in their other complexion product, I remember going with the shade 2 and shade 2 was terrifying on me. It made me look like I was a different ethnicity. So I was like, you know what? Fuck that. Let's just go with the palest of the pales, because the other complexion product, I think even in shade 1, it still is a little bit dark on my skin, which is kind of weird. So we are just gonna kind of, I don't know. I just started massaging it in, and we're just gonna hope for the best here. But so far, it's a lot of coverage, actually. It's a pretty good match, too, I have to say. So it's definitely kind of splotchy. I feel like this is something that I definitely need a sponge. So I'm gonna use my dampened beauty sponge. My favorite sponge of all time is from Shop Missy. The Paw Paw sponge is life-changing. Don't waste your time with beauty blenders. This is what you want. And so far, I only have the product right here and here. And I mean, it looks fucking nice. It looks really, really nice. I do see a little bit of my redness poking through. So I'm just gonna go back in just with a little bit more product. I'm gonna touch up some areas over here. What I wanna do is I'm gonna do half my face with my fingers and the other half I'm gonna use a brush just to see if there's like a huge difference. But so far, I mean, she's looking pretty good. No complaints. So this is half of it on with my finger, nothing on this side. It's pretty good fucking coverage. The salad dressing is winning. So what I want to do on the side is just apply it with a brush. This time I'm going to just pump it onto the brush. Definitely get fuller coverage clearly when applying with a brush. It's meshing very, very well with my oil primer, so we love to see it. Apply it with my finger right here. Only because I don't like too much foundation on my nose, because my nose is the driest part of my face, and usually it just clings to everything, and it's like, ugh, no. So it's looking pretty good. I'm just gonna add a little bit more coverage right here. Pretty much in the same spot as the other side of my face. For whatever reason, this part is just a little bit more red than the rest of my face, but I have to say, whether I'm fingering myself or using a brush, this looks pretty fucking good. I'm actually surprised. Okay. Wow, it's nice. It's nice to win every once in a while, you know? I didn't waste that Sephora Rouge card so far. That's pretty fucking good. Construction starting early. Great. Love that for me. A little more right there. That's the one thing I will say, definitely, you know, with the finger, you can only get so much coverage. That's why I like the brush application. I feel like more even too. With your finger, I feel like there's places that you kind of miss, like down here a little bit. But if you are someone that just uses their fingers, rest assured that you can get really good coverage. But I feel like you're probably going to be building up a little bit more as opposed to just using a brush. But listen, so far, so fucking good. I feel like I could probably get away with not setting my face because I'm using a lot of cream products. We are going to set my face. But anyway, this is how she looks. This is shade 1, uncooked chicken, light as fuck. I like it. I think it's actually a really, really good shade match. I was a little scared, but not bad. Mama likes. All right, let me powder my face and then we'll move on to the Caliray. So I added a little bit of concealer and some powder and some setting spray. I let that sit in, watched a little bit more Vanderpump Rules, which that will be coming soon. I'm kind of in the midst of season 3. It is fucking wild. It is wild rewatching this show. Knowing everything that's going on now. Whew. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed my recaps. They're gonna be pretty cute. So that said, let's talk about this Caliray palette. Right off the bat, I'm kind of a little miffed, only because, see, there's no mirror in this palette. I kind of wish for the price point you get a mirror, but I understand this is supposed to be recyclable, blah, blah, blah. Glass is very difficult to recycle, blah, 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 blah. So that's probably the reason why, but it's just a $50 palette that has this adorable, like, bamboo little case. Like, I love that. I just wish that this had a mirror in it. It would be that much better. But anyway, this is what she looks like. Let's do the eye look first, and then we're gonna do the rest of my base because my eyes look scary and sunken and terrifying. I'm gonna use a little bit of primer, and we're just gonna jump into it. And of course, the primer I'm using is Kaleidos. Really enjoyed this primer. I think I wanna do something very, very simple. And I think I'm going to, ooh, oh, that could be pretty actually. All right, let's try, I'm gonna use these 2 browns over here. I'm gonna start with the lighter brown and I'm gonna throw that in the crease. Wow, okay, okay, okay. Wow, okay. This is pigmented. Wow, okay. I'm sorry, when I used to watch it really quickly, I was like, oh, this looks like it's gonna be weak as fuck. No, it's not, it's not. Very pigmented. This is a nice warm brown. Wow, all right. I'm thoroughly surprised. This is pretty much just with one dip, which is fucking unheard of, but wow, okay, so we're looking good. We're looking good on this side, so we're just gonna do the same thing on the other side. Not getting any fallout, which is great, and it's very, very smooth. Okay, so here's the deal. I kind of want to use a shimmer because one of the shimmers is kind of like this really pretty peach shade. Nudie Judy's is this nude shade. And no, this one is called Use Me Wet, which sounds disgusting. And that one looks really cool. It's like a very light duochrome shade. So part of me wants to try that one, but I am going to use that Nudie Judy shade and just blend out the outer edges. Wow, all right, good shit. So I'm gonna go in with the darker brown shade over here and I'm just going to use it in the outer corner. I am kind of impressed. Like, it is very, very pigmented and it's blending very, very well in the outer corner into the crease. And the best part, there is no fallout. So that is wonderful. There is quite a bit of kick up though in pan, but no fallout. Amazing. Looking pretty good. I'm gonna go back in with that lighter brown shade and just blend a little bit more where the two meet. Okay, looking pretty good. And then I want to use a little bit of glitter glue, just like a tiny, tiny scotch, because I feel like that's going to kind of make it pop, that little glowy shade. I think with a finger, it just might be better. It's okay, it's not great. I thought it was gonna be a little bit something something. Instead, it's kind of like, it's all right. It's not giving me the kind of brightness that I wanted. So I'm gonna go in with this shimmer shade, which is a little bit more, yeah, okay. This is a little bit more pearly, a little bit brighter. We're just gonna use that one there. Actually gonna go back in with that peach shade a little bit on top of that one. See if maybe that is the key. Not really, okay. So yeah, that peach shade is like not really doing anything for me on the lid, but the other shimmer shade isn't bad. It's definitely not the best. I like the matte products a lot more than the shimmer, but it's not terrible. It's like a baby shimmer, which I know there's a huge market for those that don't want something like super bright. This gives you a little bit of something without it being completely nothing. But for me, I like things, you know, that are alien slut, clearly, right? So I'm just going to add a little bit more here just to try to build up. Yeah, I tried it with the brush and it was like nada, nothing. I gotta put some glitter glue down. I would hate to see what it looked like without it. Curious to see how this is gonna look with everything else on, but we shall see. So now I'm gonna go into the shade Brow Boner, which is this white shade, and I'm just gonna use it. Yeah, I'm gonna use it for the inner corner. This is a nice, like off-white kind of a shade. I think if I did not do the shimmer, if I wanted to make like an all matte look, this palette would be perfect for that. All right, I have our little inner corner looking good. Now I want to go in with the darker brown shade, which is Smolder, and I want to see if I can just line my top lash line. Oh, I hate that. Okay. It doesn't really do anything at all, actually. It's too light to be a liner shade. So part of me wishes that there was like maybe a little bit of a darker brown in here to make it a liner shade, but I mean, it's not terrible. It's just, there's, yeah, literally nothing there. Okay, I'm gonna throw on a little bit of eyeliner, some mascara, and then we're gonna use the rest of this palette. All right, we're looking pretty sweet. I'm adorable, I love it. It's a very simple look, but it's a look that I really like. I mean, there's no frills, but it's just something that's kind of quick and easy, and I like that about this palette. That said, we're going to use the rest of the products to see if this is a really overall good face palette. So I'm gonna go in with both of the browns. They're both a little bit on the warmer side, something that I don't prefer in a bronzer, but whatever, we're here. So we're gonna make the best of it. Ooh, that is very pigmented. So I'm just gonna kind of dust a little bit of that off. And just really kind of go in with a light hand. You know what? It ain't so bad. It's on the warmer side. Again, not a fan of that. It's very warm. So I don't know if this is something that I would really love using for the face. It's not terrible. So this is pretty much what we have on one side. I don't have shit on the other. It's not bad. It's, you know, it's starting to grow on me. I'm not a fan of the warmth, but it's not turning me into a yellow Cheeto. So I'll fucking take it, right? Okay, let's try the other side. This is pretty cute. I'm liking it. I think this is actually pretty adorable. So the next thing I want to do is use this shade. It can be pretty much used as a blush or a transition shade. So we're just going to use it as a blush today. This, which it is. Oh yeah, she is pigmented. I think this looks pretty good. This is pretty cute. So far looking pretty good. And then the last thing we're gonna do is add our highlighter. So I'm gonna go into the shade Ring Light. Ooh, so that makes for a great highlighter. It's not too alien slut. It's more of like a demure slut. She's soft, but she's very, very present. Kind of want to see what it would look like if I went on the other side. Yeah, no, this one's definitely going to have a cast on me if I go with that peachy shade. So just go over it. Pretend I never did that. Not bad. You can build this up too, which is nice. So if you were looking for an alien slut, you can totally achieve that. If you want to be a little bit more of a demure slut, you can achieve that too. We love that. I'm going to throw on a lip product and then we're going to talk about this. And here's the completed look. I know I look so sweet. I love this. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about this product. This is the SAIE Glowy Super Skin Lightweight Foundation. Yo, this exceeded my expectations. I am not a fan of their other complexion products. I think they look like shit on me. I envy those that can make it look amazing. Seriously, I envy them because every time I have used their complexion products, it looks horrible on me. So you're probably saying, well, why the fuck are you even trying this? Well, because I love their bronzer. I love their bronzer so goddamn much. I love their blush. And I was like, you know what? I want to give them another chance. Plus, I loved all the claims about this product. This is described as a lightweight serum foundation with medium buildable coverage that brightens and leaves a luminous finish. Blends easily for a hydrated and seamless second skin appearance. And you know what? It does all of that and more. I cannot believe that I'm finally reading a product that the description actually matches what it fucking does. That's fantastic. The only thing I cannot comment at this point is how long it lasts. So of course I'm going to leave a detailed comment, or probably just being like, it's fine. Just a comment down below, a pinned comment to let you know how longevity is. Hi, I mean, I look like a hot fucking mess. Anyway, I wanted to kind of show you what it looks like. It's fucking good, bro. It's good. I've had this on for like 8 hours, 9 hours at this point. And yeah, it's like 3 o'clock right now. So do the math. It's been a while. This looks good. I'm so luminous. I'm so good. I'm not dusty. I'm not crusty. Even the fucking eyeshadow. Oh, the eyeshadow's she's a little rough. She's a little rough. There is a little light transfer on my nose, but nothing too wild. Like, this shit exceeded my expectations. Like, I cannot believe I'm saying this, but I actually really like SAIE. Wow. But first impressions though, I am fucking impressed. I can't believe it. I honestly cannot believe it. So I applied this over some Ritual Diffused Thorn Oil and it just glided on with ease. When I used it with my fingers, it just really, really meshed and just blended beautifully and melted into the skin. It didn't sit on top of it. When I used the sponge to press in the product, it just looked like my skin, but way, 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 way better. It had a beautiful, luminous, radiant finish. I loved everything. I am a dry bitch. So I just love products that leave me glowy and radiant and look like I have life. So many products steal my soul and this one actually gives it back to me and I appreciate that. Now, when I applied it with a brush, I like the brush application more because one, it was definitely a straight medium coverage right off the bat. Even I would even say high medium coverage. It covered a lot of my bits and bobs. There was some redness that kind of poked through, but it was very, very easy to kind of build up the coverage in those areas to make it look very, you know, light as fuck, like myself. So I appreciated that I was able to do it so quickly. Not to say that using my fingers took, you know, fucking a year and a day. But I will say that the application with the brush is definitely more even because when you're using your fingers, I feel like you could kind of focus on one area and then neglect something else. So you're just kind of going back and forth to try to match the coverage. And it could take a little bit, right? The first thing I will say about this product, when you do open it, shake the shit out of it. It's going to look alarming because you're gonna be like, why is it separating? Why does it look like this? Because at first I was like, nah, bitch. But knowing that literally that was like the first thing it says in terms of how to use it is make sure you shake the shit out of it because there is a lot of skincare ingredients here and it separates. Think of it like a nice Italian dressing, okay? But instead of being zesty, it provides you medium coverage. But yeah, I like it. I don't think I can build this up to get full coverage, but I'm happy with like medium, high, medium. And I think pairing this with a high coverage concealer, bitch, you are made in the shade. I am so curious to see though what this is going to be like without setting my face with powder. Now I set my face with powder today only because I was going to be using the Caliray palette. Had I not though, I'm really curious to see if there's going to be a lot of transferring, but I didn't really notice a lot of transferring, honestly. It was setting down pretty good. It didn't like dry down to a matte or anything like that, or even a natural finish. It was definitely had a radiant finish. It didn't feel like it was going to be transferring a lot, but granted, I don't know because I didn't try it. So I'm going to continue to do so and let you know in the future if this does have a lot of transferring. I suspect I am going to get some transferring around my nose, but I mean, fucking what foundation doesn't do that? You know what I mean? When I added the powder to my skin, I didn't lose a lot of luminosity. It was still very radiant and my skin just looked so healthy. It looked so healthy. I loved it. Now, in terms of shade range, the shade range is kind of funny because on Sephora, that bitch tried to say that I was a 7. I shade matched myself because, you know, I love playing that game. It's like Russian roulette. And that was not funny. I was like, 7? Are you trying to get me canceled, bitch? Like, okay. No, if I got 7, it would be very problematic. So we have 1, and 1 is really good if you look like me, uncooked chicken, aka light as fuck. However, I can see that this might not be light enough for some. So if you are more fair than me, I recommend going into Sephora and getting a shade match just to see if like maybe you can make this work. But yeah, I'm pretty light, but I know there are folks that are lighter than me, so I can see that this could leave potentially a cast on them. Beyond that, I didn't notice it clinging to dry patches. It sits very beautifully on my nose, which is the telltale sign if something is going to work for me or not. It didn't settle into my fine lines or my beautiful student loan stress line that I have on my forehead. I look glowy, I look just juicy, and I am so very much in love with this foundation. Now this retails for $40. Had I not had a Sephora Rouge gift card and spent 40 bucks, I wouldn't be disappointed. Not at all. I would actually be very, very happy, very, very pleased, and I would be throwing myself a fucking parade for not wasting my money. But yeah, so far so good. Enjoying the shit out of it. But I will let you know, of course, if this is going to last well. I hope it does. I really sincerely hope it does, because if it doesn't, that's gonna be a fucking shame, and I will hate them forever. But yeah, no, so far so good. I love this. I cannot believe how much I love this product. It just makes me so goddamn happy. Anyway, so love, love, love this. Now the Sephora Rouge sale is just right around the River's Bend. If you can, I suggest to wait. While this is totally worth the $40 price tag in my opinion, I think if you can get it for cheaper, like fucking amen, all right? If you can wait just a little bit and get upwards to like 10 to 20%, that's fucking awesome. Keep in mind though, I think if you go on to SAIE's website, you can get 15% off your first order. Now I don't know if that means like new products also apply to that. So kind of like, I don't know, read the fine print there, but just a heads up. Totally worth it for 40 bucks, but if you can get it cheaper, that's even better. But yeah, this is fucking great. I love it. I'm obsessed and I am so happy. I'm so happy. Okay. Moving on to the Caliray. Miss Caliray. What the fuck? I like this little bitch. This is, you know what? A lot of people were like, no, Theresa, you stupid bitch. Like, why are you buying that? You know what? I'm happy I did. Because this kind of exceeded my expectations. Is it perfect? No. But for what it is, I really do like it. So first of all, this palette, it's everything I want it to be. I'm obsessed with wood. I just love wood anything. This doesn't disappoint. I am kind of though like side-eyeing the fact that I don't have a mirror. Instead I had like this really weird fucking sticker in here. Yeah, I don't even want to peel this up because I know it's not a mirror. Yeah, it's wood. It's straight wood, girl. Okay. No, that makes me sad. I wish that there was a mirror in here, but I understand this is supposed to be like recyclable and blah, 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 blah. So they're not gonna have it in there. Okay, fine, whatever. So these are the shades that you got. As eyeshadows, I was like, holy shit, they are very, very pigmented. There is some kick up, but there is no fallout, which is fantastic. The 2 brown shades I feel like worked really, really well in the crease, in the outer corner. Even this beige Betty shade over here worked really, really nice. I looked into this as if this was a fucking mirror. Oh my God, okay. See, that's what I'm talking about. I used that beige Betty shade to go over my crease and up into my brow bone, and I just thought it was like a nice way to kind of like soften the brown, which I thought was really beautiful. This like kind of off-white shade would be amazing had I done an all matte look, right? I think it would have been very, very pretty, but using it for the inner corner, I think it just has like a nice little subtle matte pop that I thoroughly enjoy. Now, when it comes to the 2 shimmery shades, you know, I think swatching this peach one, I was like, ooh, this is gonna look really pretty, because it was kind of like like a light kind of peachy pinky duochrome moment. On the lid, it was like, where are you? Hi, Martha, where are you? I couldn't find her. Very, very disappointed. So then I decided to use like this more pearl shade on the lid, and that looks a little bit better. But granted, it's not the most like poppiest thing. You can build it up to kind of get like a nice medium opacity, but if you're like me and you kind of really thrive on just like glowy goddess alien slut goodness, you're going to be disappointed. If you're somebody that likes a light shimmer and you just kind of want like a pop of something, you're going to like this. This is definitely meant for those that kind of just want like a light wash of something. As a highlighter though, oh bitch, this is good. This is good. It's funny because when it first came out, it was definitely an alien slut, but a demure slut, but still a slut nonetheless. But as I started to kind of build up the product a little bit more, I got this very glowy look, and I was like, yes, this is exactly what I signed up for. Now going back to using these two brown shades as a bronzer, you know what? It's growing on me. At first I was like, oh, I don't know how I feel about it. One, because it was really warm, but I think there's just something just so I love this look. I don't know, maybe it's because I have like the blonde in my hair or whatever, but I'm like, you know what? I'm open to it. I'm open to it now. Like, it's not super warm where I look like an orange Cheeto, but it's just enough to give like life to my face basically. This blended very beautifully into the skin, much like how it was used as the eyeshadow. When using it on the face, it just blended so easily. There was no patchiness, no muddiness. There was no difficulty blending it out. Everything just looked incredibly seamless and airbrush. It was so gorgeous. And then you have the blush right here, which is a very like pretty kind of like dusty rose, peachy, pinky color. Like, it's very pretty. And I think as a blush, I'm obsessed and I love it. But I know when I put it on my eyelids, I'm going to love that too. Wow, this kind of like exceeded my expectations. Again, I was on the fence about it because it's like, oh, how stupid is this thing? Then the more I drank, the more I realized how much in love I was with this product, and I'm happy that I picked it up. I think the only thing that was disappointing other than not having a mirror is that this brown shade down here, it's not as deep as you want it to be. So like as a liner, it just looks like a smudge. I don't know, it didn't really give me life. Like, an outer corner, it was fine. Like, it's not the deepest thing. It definitely could be deeper, but it did provide a little bit dimension compared to the lighter brown shade. But when using it as a liner, like, and I tried to double that shit up and like really stamp it in there to show some sort of definition, it kind of got lost. So I kind of wish that there was like a darker brown shade in the bunch to give it a little bit of dimension, but you know, whatever. It is what it is. I think overall though, like everything else, it's pretty fucking good. Pretty fucking good. I'm quite surprised. When it comes to the peach highlighter shade, you know, that one is definitely going to leave a cast on me. So it's something that I don't think I'm going to be able to fuck around with too much. I'm going to try it again though. Maybe use it as like a blush topper. Maybe that might be my ticket. But yeah, that's the only thing. It's like, all right, one of the highlighters works. The other one's a little bit too deep, but it is what it is. So with that said, this retails for $48. And had I spent $48 on it, you know, I would be like, oh, this is nice, but I think I could have waited for it to be on sale. So the fact that I got this with my Sephora Rouge thing, I'm not mad. I'm very pleased about it. But this is something that I would recommend during the Sephora sale. Like, it's good, but this is something that you pick up on sale, or if you can get a discount with it. It's not really worth $48 in my opinion. And having to kind of look at another palette just to maybe complete the look or kind of give you a little bit more dimension, not really worth it. But on sale, yes, absolutely. So yeah, this is something that I would totally recommend during the Sephora sale. And if I continue to like it, I will do so. But of course, I will let you know towards the end of the month if I'm still loving this or I'm hating this or whatever. But I'm actually happy that I picked them up. And you know what? The more I think about it and the more that these are warm, I kind of really just, I'm loving how I look today. I don't know, I look so sweet. I look so cute. I know, who would have thought? 2 fucking products that, I mean, I'm just head over heels smitten for. Who would have thought? Anyway, now I would love to hear from you. Let me know down below if you plan on picking up either one of these products or if you're going to be skipping out. Let me know because I love hearing from you. And of course, I want to say thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate it as always. Feel free to like, comment, hit that subscribe button, it's free, and hit that bell icon for notification of all my future posts. Follow me on Instagram, and to my beautiful, wonderful YouTube and Patreon members, thank you so much for keeping this delicious, disgusting, filthy, trashy, really filthy, really gross, really nasty, really disgusting garbage boat afloat. Couldn't do without you. I love your adorable little delicious faces, and I just want to gobble you all up so you can live inside my belly and we can be one. If you want to know what is currently on my face, everything you need to know will be listed in the description box down below. And I'll see you little cupcakes later. Bye.